You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
The British government has just made public the witness statements that were at the heart of the now-collapsed China spy case, a case that accused two British men, Christopher Cash and Christopher Barry, of spying for Beijing. This move comes after intense political pressure and growing questions about how and why such a high-profile prosecution fell apart. Christopher Cash, a former parliamentary researcher, and Christopher Barry, a teacher, had both been charged under the Official Secrets Act in April 2024, accused of gathering sensitive information that could harm the UK's national interests. They consistently denied the allegations, and in September 2025, the Crown Prosecution Service, that is CPS, abruptly dropped the charges, citing a lack of sufficient evidence. Not because of what the men did, but because the government could not formally define China as a threat to national security during the time of the alleged offenses. The newly released documents reveal the internal tug-of-war that went on behind the scenes. Deputy National Security Advisor Matthew Collins had submitted 3 witness statements to the CPS over nearly 2 years. In his first statement from 2023, Collins described China's intelligence agency as highly capable, and said its actions were designed to advance Chinese state interests while harming the UK's. But in later statements from 2025, he stressed that the government also aimed to maintain a positive economic relationship with China, balancing trade growth with national security concerns. This nuanced stance became the key issue. The CPS determined that without an explicit government position labeling China a security threat at that time, the case couldn't meet the evidential threshold. In other words, the law required a clear statement of threat, and that simply didn't exist in official policy back then. The fallout has been intense. Conservatives accuse the current Labour government of withholding evidence to protect diplomatic ties with Beijing, while Labour countered that the offences happened under Conservative leadership, meaning it was their definition of China, not Labour's, that mattered legally. Prime Minister Keir Starmer defended his government's transparency, saying no minister had influenced the evidence, and that releasing the documents was the right move for public accountability. Behind the political sparring lies a broader question about the UK's approach to China. Officials continue to warn about cyber threats and espionage risks, yet the government also faces pressure to sustain economic cooperation. The collapse of the case against Cash and Barry has not only cleared their names, but also exposed the delicate balance Britain must strike between national security and international diplomacy. A balance that seems to get harder to maintain by the day. Stay subscribed for more videos.